Good day, viewers. I'm here today to discuss the English Concord, which is an important topic in English grammar. Concord is the agreement between the subject and the verb, or better still, the agreement between the subject and other elements of clause structure. Now let us look at the keywords in the definition given. We have the subject, we have the verb, and we have the elements of clause structure. Now let us start with the subject. The subject of a given sentence can either be the doer or the performer of an action. The doer or the performer of an action. It can either be a noun or a pronoun. Now let us look at this example. David killed a big snake. David killed a big snake. David there is the subject, killed is the verb, a big snake is the object. Now that particular David can be substituted by using a pronoun he. He killed a big snake. He killed a big snake. Now let us go for the verb. Elementarily, a verb is a doing or an action word. A verb is a doing or an action word. For the purpose of this particular topic, let us classify the verbs into two: the singular verbs and the plural verbs. The singular verbs carry the tags either s, es, or ies. For example, goes, goes, cries, cries, and sings, sings. In goes, we have es as a tag. In cries, we have ies as the tag. And in sings, we have s as the tag. Now let us consider the plural verbs. The plural verbs do not carry any tag or tags. For example, go, cry, sing. Go, go, cry, cry, and sing, sing. In the 3 examples, there is no s, there is no es, and there is no ies. Now let us consider the elements of clause structure. The elements of clause structure are S, V, O, C, A. S, V, O, C, A. S stands for the subject. V stands for the verb. O stands for the object. C stands for the complement, complement, while A stands for the adjunct. Now let us take the elements one after the other. We have discussed the subject, which is either the doer or the performer of an action. And we have discussed the verb, which can be a doing or an action word. Now let us go for the object. The object of a given sentence can either be a noun or a pronoun under the predicate. What do I mean by the predicate? The predicate is a group of words after the subject might have been removed. Let us consider this example. I gave him my book. I there is the subject. Gave him my book is the predicate. It's different from the predicator. Another word for the verb is a predicator. Okay, now let us go for the complement. A complement can either be a word or a group of words added to an incomplete statement to make it complete, meaningful, and self-explicit. For example, Mr. Dixon is. If you stop there, it is an incomplete statement or sentence. To make it complete, let us add a trader. We now have Mr. Dixon is a trader. Mr. Dixon there is the subject. Is a verb. A trader there is a complement because it completes that particular sentence. Let us analyze the sentence. Mr. Dixon there is the subject. Is there is the verb, and a trader is the complement. We have it as subject complement because a trader there refers to Mr. Dixon, and Mr. Dixon is a trader. Another example, they elected him, and you stop there. It is not a complete sentence. To make it complete, let us put president. They elected him president. They there is the subject. Elected is the verb. Him is the object. President is the complement. That complement is an object complement because president is referring to him, but not today. So we have it as object complement. Now let us look at the adjunct. The adjunct can be an adverb or an adverbial. It can be that of time, reason, comparison, condition, and so on and so forth. It can be a single word. It can be a group of words. For example, Mr. Johnson is a lecturer in one of the universities in Nigeria now. Now let us analyze the sentence. Mr. Dixon there is the subject. Mr. Johnson there is the subject. Is there is a verb. A lecturer is a complement. In one of the university is an adjunct of a place. In Nigeria is an adjunct of place. Why now is an adjunct of time. Mr. Dixon is a lecturer in one of the universities in Nigeria now. So we have Mr. Johnson as the subject, is there as the verb. A lecturer is the complement, that is subject complement. In one of the universities is an adjunct of a place. In Nigeria is an adjunct of place. Right now is an adjunct of time. That's why I said an adjunct can be a word or a group of words. Now let us now discuss the rules guiding the uses of Concord. Rule number 1. We have a singular subject takes a singular verb. A singular subject takes a singular verb. For example, Mary goes to church on Sundays. Mary goes to church on Sundays. You have Mary there as the subject, which is singular subject, and the verb there is goes, singular verb. So that is the agreement SS, singular subject, singular verb. Rule number 2. A plural subject takes a plural verb. For example, they, we, Paul and Peter read together. They will We, Paul and Peter, read together. They, we, Paul and Peter, plural subject. Read, plural verb, because there is no either s, ies, or es there. So now we now have it as plural subject and plural verb. PP there is the agreement. Rule 3. Everybody, Concord takes a singular verb. Example, everybody knows is or a name. Everybody knows is or a name. For example, there, everybody there is the subject. Knows there is a singular verb. Singular subject there, everybody, and singular verb, knows. Rule number 3. A pair of Concord, a pair, P-A-I-R, a pair of Concord takes a singular verb. A pair of trousers is missing. Trousers, Trousers. A pair of trousers is missing. Another example, a pair of glasses, Glasses, is missing. Rule number 4. Collective noun Concord takes either a singular or plural verb. Collective noun Concord takes either a singular or a plural verb. For example, our club is 2 years old. Our club is 2 years old. Club there is a collective noun. So it takes is here because there is no action there. Our club performs no action. Our club performed brilliantly well. Our club performed brilliantly well always. So perform there is a plural verb. Club there is a collective noun. So the perform there is a plural verb because an action is involved. Rule number 5. We have more than Concord, more than Concord. When more than is used, the word or number that comes after more than determines the next verb. For example, more than one orange is here. More than one orange is here. One orange is very close to that is the verb. So one orange is here. So look at another example. More than 2 oranges are here. 2 oranges, very close to the verb, it takes a plural verb, which is are. The first example is more than 1 orange is here. The second one, more than 2 oranges are here. Rule number 6. Relative pronoun Concord. When who, which, that are used referring to previously mentioned nouns or pronouns, it is a relative pronoun and it takes the verb takes the plural verb or singular verb depending on the nearness to the verb. For example, let us look at this. One of the ladies who sell oranges in the market has been arrested. One of the ladies who sell oranges in the market has been arrested. Let us circle the who there. Circle the who, and what is very close, what comes before the who is the ladies. So the ladies sell oranges. So that sell, it should be a plural verb because sell refers to the ladies, not one. And look at has there, H-A-S. Underline, maybe circle that S. And look at it, it's not referring to the ladies. That has, HAS refers to one. So it will be a singular verb, which is has. Rule 7. The verb agrees with the subject, not with the complement. The verb agrees with the subject, not with the complement. Look at this example. His followers are a minority. His followers are a minority. His followers there is the subject. Are is a verb. A minority there is a complement. So that are agrees with the subject, not with the complement. No, the complement is a minority. Don't be confused because of the use of a there, which comes after the are. Rule number 6. A singular subject with a plural extension takes a singular verb. A singular subject with a plural extension takes a singular verb. For example, a bunch of keys is missing. A bunch of keys is missing. A bunch there is a singular subject. Of keys there is an extension of the subject. So it calls, that a bunch calls for a singular verb, which is. So a bunch of keys is missing, not a bunch of keys are missing. The second example here, a bunch of bananas was stolen on the farm last night. A bunch there is the singular subject, of bananas is an extension of the subject, and was there is the verb, is a singular verb in the past form. Okay, rule number 9. Mandative subjunctive mood. For example, when you use something like recommendation, demand, suggestion, prayer, resolution, whenever they appear or each appears in any statement, the sentence usually, the verb in that particular sentence is always a singular verb. Now, for example, I pray that God help us. I pray that God help us, not helps. God there is a singular subject, and help there is a plural verb because it carries no tag at all. Okay, now it has something to do, this one has something to do with prayer. That is why the verb is plural. Now look at another example. We demand he pay our money. He there is a singular subject, so you may want to go for pays now because it has something to do with demand. So we have it as we demand he pay our money. Now rule number 10, pluralia tantum concord. Noun that pluralia tantum, P-L-U-R-A-L-I-A, tantum, T-A-N-T-U-M-S. So nouns that can be found in plural form. They are nouns that can be found in plural forms. For example, diseases like measles, like tuberculosis. They look like plural nouns. Then, for example, there you want to use it. Measles is an infectious disease or infectious illness. So measles is a singular verb. Look at that of games also. We have snake and ladders. Hence the ladder. Don't be confused that it should be the verb should be plural. No, snake and ladders is an interesting game. Snake and ladders is an interesting game. Another one is that of book. The title of this particular book, look at it. A Tale of Two Cities is an interesting novel. A Tale of Two Cities. A Tale of Two Cities is an interesting novel. Okay, look at that city's hence looks like a plural noun, but because it is a title of a book, and that particular book is an interesting novel. Okay, rule number 11: adjective used as a noun takes a plural verb. Look at helpless. The use of helpless, we can say helpless person. Helpless there is an adjective that modifies that person. And poor, P-O-O-R, use a poor boy. That poor modifies or qualifies that boy. But let us use it as nouns. Let us use them as nouns. The helpless require our sympathy. The helpless require, not requires, the helpless requires our sympathy, because that helpless, which is an adjective, has been used as a noun and is the subject of that particular sentence. The poor need our help. Poor, P-O-O-R. The poor need our help, not the poor needs our help. Another rule, which is rule number 12, mathematical or fractional concord. Mathematical or fractional concord. When fraction is used in a sentence, something like 3/4, half, I think it can take either a singular or a plural verb, depends on the context. Okay, for example, 3/4 of the building is painted blue. 3/4 of the building is painted blue. 3/4 there is not up to 1. So we regard it as a singular verb, a singular subject, sorry. Now we are looking for a singular verb, which is 3/4 of the building is only an object. So we have a 3/4 of the building is painted blue, not 3/4 of the building are painted blue. Another example, 3/4 of the class are boys. Now look at 3/4, not up to 1, but class there is a collective noun. So when you say 3/4 of 20 will be 15, so automatically it will take a plural verb, which is are. So we now have 3/4 of the class are boys. Now let us attempt the following questions based on the rules discussed. The instruction now. From the words WORDS. From the words lettered A to D, choose the option that best completes each of the blank spaces provided. Number 1. The lady always put dash there. The lady always dash there. THERA. Option A, goes, GOES. Option B, go. Option C, going. Option D, do go. Do go. Number 2, the little children often put dash together. The little children often dash together. So A is sing, S-I-N-G. B, sang, S-A-N-G. C, sings, S-I-N-G-S. And D, singing, S-I-N-G-I-N-G. Number 3, a chain of shops. Chain, C-H-A-I-N. A chain of shops, dash, blocking the church. A chain of shops, put dash, blocking the church. Option A is. Option B are. Option C, were, W-E-R-E, and option D, was. Number 4, either, E-I-T-H-E-R, either you or I, put dash, right, R-I-G-H-T. Option A is, option B are, A-R-A, option C was, and option D am, A-M. Number 5, all, A-L-L, all, put dash, not well with Peter, all, dash, not well with Peter. A is, B are, C was, and D were, W-E-R-E. Number 6, 3/4 of the physics class, physics, P-H-Y-S-I-C-S. 3/4 of the physics class, put dash. A, improves, I-M-P-R-O-V-E-S, that improves A. B, improve, without S. C, is improving, and D, are improving. Number 7, our lecturer and chairman of the occasion, dash, just arrived. Our lecturer and chairman of the occasion, put dash, just arrived. A has, H-A-S, B have, H-A-V-E, C had, H-A-D, and D was, W-A-S. Number 8, 4 weeks, dash, put dash, enough to finish the project. 4 weeks, dash, enough to finish the project. A is, B was, C are, and D were, W-E-R-E. Number 9, our supporters, dash, a majority. Our supporters, dash, a majority. Majority, M-A-O-R-I-T-Y. The options now, A are, A-R-A, B is, I-S, C was, W-A-S, and D were, W-E-R-A. The last one, number 10, we demand she dash our money. We demand, D-E-M-A-N-D, we demand she dash our money. Option A here, pays, P-A-Y-S. Option B, pay, P-A-Y. Option C, will pay, W-I-L-L, will pay, and D, should pay. Now, that ends our discussion on English Concord. When we meet another time, we shall discuss and provide solutions to the questions. Until then, have a nice day. Bye.